Welcome to journal number 2. What should we talk about? Should we talk about how wonderful my hair looks? Or how extraordinarily humble I am? I'm probably the most humble person you know. That's actually a pretty interesting conversation topic, is humility versus unconditional self-belief. One does have to believe in themselves fully and completely to truly achieve their highest vision of themselves, yet at the same time, I think the humility comes in, these are gifts. My voice is a gift. My body is a gift. My life is a gift. From who? From what? When? Why? How? What? God. I'm life being lived. So I believe in myself because God has given me the ability to even do that, but understanding that all glory, praise goes to the Most High. And now that also isn't to say that I don't do anything of my own accord. In a way I don't, in like a non-duality way, but I also have to choose to align with my highest purpose, with my highest joy, which is God. God is joy itself, That's what I like to tell or think about when it comes to addictions. When you puff that cigarette, when you hit that vape, when you take that sip, that sense of home, that's God. That's all we're looking for, is we're looking for home. We're looking for God. And where is that? It's not in anything external. It's only in here. I need to tell myself that because I can fall down those, I like a good drink. I like a good smoke. I like whatever. But the only thing that it does is align me more, or the feeling that I'm chasing rather is God, right? So I think I can have a glimpse of that. It's similar to Ram Dass's story with Ramana Maharshi. I butchered that name, but he gives him like a bunch of acid, like a crazy amount of acid, and then his behavior doesn't even really change. And then he asks him about it afterwards, and he's like, you can sit down and have dinner with the Christ, right? But it would be much better, but you have to leave, right? So it'd be much better to invite Christ into your home, into your heart. It's similar with mushrooms, right? I am a big proponent of psilocybin. I think that magic mushrooms, whatever you want to call it, this is a consciousness. This is a plane, a state of being that is incredibly wise and loving. It can show you more about yourself. It can rewire your neural pathways to be more open to what is. You don't believe you're one with the earth? This is a quote that I love. Take 5 grams of mushrooms and go sit in the earth until you're not one with the earth, right? It connects us more with the spiritual plane, and you must do it wisely. It's use versus abuse, right? And that goes back to the addiction thing, use versus abuse. You can smoke, you can drink, you can have these different, vices for sure, but everything in moderation, as Apollo, teaches and says, everything in moderation. And there's also this realm of thought that is, do as thou wilt. That is the whole of the law. That's more of some Crowley, which I don't, and the law is love, right? Which I don't think I fully align with, because I think there is a lower self that has its will, and there's a higher self that has its will. And I think the true soul satisfaction, at least if you choose a service to others path, is this higher self will. So if you align with that, bada bing, bada boom, that's the God-shaped whole being satisfied in a way that no drinking, no smoking, no nothing could do. So this became a whole thing about addiction, right? Because I face addictions. That's been my thing. I think the enemy tries to stop those with the beautiful voice by trying to get them to smoke. Or rather, I think there's addictions, and playing that out is something that my karma and this lifetime I've chosen. That's something that I'm struggling and looking at and having to work through. Ultimately, you will try, you will drink, you will smoke, you will do these things, but there is nothing that can satisfy. The only well that will never run dry is God, is connection with Source, is connection with Mother Earth, with Gaia, with your higher self and your highest timeline, fulfilling your soul purpose. Now that's uncomfortable, and that's not easy at times. It can be uncomfortable as far as letting things go, and just being able to wake up and be like, okay, I'm not going to smoke, I'm not going to drink, I'm not going to do this and that. Why? Because longevity, because I want the long-term success, because the path to heaven feels like hell. That's what I mean by uncomfortable, and the path to hell feels like heaven, right? So whatever your vices, whatever it is, understand all that you're looking for is God, and God is the only way out of there. God, source, the universe, whatever you want to say. Your connection to your higher power is the only answer to that. And, you know, if that's in a religion, if that's in Christianity, if that's in Islam, if that's in Hinduism, if that's in the Baha'i, whatever it is, find your connection to the higher self. I believe all you truly need is just your relationship with God. But if a faith helps you find that, more power to you. At the end of the day, love God, love people. It's as simple as that. Follow your intuition, follow your heart. Your soul, your spirit wants to break free from these addictions because it tethers you down to this physical plane. And we are more than physical beings. When we pass away, our bodies will get a little bit lighter, right? Our bodies will actually